It's time for Dust 2 between these two teams. Excuse me while I adjust my headset. That's a lot better. I'm comfortable now. Team Liquid and Complexity on Dust 2. Now, I think that Complexity have a better chance. I mean, it's Dust 2, right? I don't know if you were tuned in Europe, but we had some madness on Dust 2 with the Swedish teams. I think Complexity could get some more rounds on the board here. You think?
I think only if they start off on the T side. I think if Liquid start T side first, and of course, like if they're able to win the pistol, I don't think Complexity get any CT rounds.
Well then, only time will tell. We shall soon find out. So this is the second of 4 matches today in North America. And the other 2 will be with different teams. But for now, we will look at the conclusion of Team Liquid versus Complexity. JDM is playing really well at the moment. So is Pimp with the AWP. I mean, most of the action did come from the Liquid side on the previous map. So let's find out. Liquid starting on the CT side then.
Liquid were kind of taking liberties as well. So if Liquid's just because they're like, oh, we're going to win this no matter what, play a little bit complacently, take more risks than they should, don't respect their opponents as much, they could also lose rounds due to that. Oh dear, that's always a painful reality, getting shot through the smoke on the cross. Bomb planted by Complexity. It's a good start for them, and they are on the T side. That's kind of, again, like I expected. If you reverse the situation, Liquid are playing the T side, that's where I thought that Complexity had the least chance. I think they had the most chance to get rounds on this T side. We recently saw them play against SK here as well, and looks like this retake's going insanely well. Oh dear. Against SK, Complexity basically just had a very fast Dust 2. They grouped up as 5 very often and just rushed one area, like almost the entire game. That was their T side. And they actually got like 4 rounds of 4 gun versus gun rounds for it, with that strategy.
To me, that would say that they have they're lacking direction, perhaps.
Well, I mean, Yanko, I think quite correctly made a very good point that against SK, that's probably one of the best strategies to actually use, especially. But the thing is, they weren't using the kind of grenades that you should use with it, but otherwise, it's a pretty good way to secure some rounds against a team that's a lot better than you.
I will defer to the man who is smarter than I.
But so far, Complexity, they're not having a good time.
But they've got the guns out. They got the guns out. They planted a bomb in the first round. They got wrecked in the second. Now it's time for the guns.
Sun's out, guns out. Sun's out.
I was wondering what the rhyme was. I knew there was something with guns out, and there it is. For me, it's just guns out. Guns out. Just get the guns out.
Do you have guns?
I have 3 guns now.
Do you know when that phrase is used?
Do I have guns?
No, sun's out, guns out.
Yeah. It's guns, your arms, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I wonder because you started talking about your guns, your actual physical guns. So
it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. That it was a joke. It was a hokey cokey, jokey. Pico trying to hold down the B-bomb site. He's got a lot of people coming his way, though, and he will not be able to do it. So far, so good for the 4 AKs of the Complexity side versus the 2 M4s and the UMP onto Liquid. It seems Liquid will not fancy the retake attempt, or will they? Seems a bit uncertain. Favor is not theirs at present. Pimp, do you know Bite off Molotov? He's miles away from his teammates. If you stand on the grill at the bottom of the ramp, you can throw a nice pop flash in for your teammates. Okay. Pimp faced with a smoke in his hand and got shot in the face. The clearance sale will be completed.
And this is what Complexity are kind of were good at against SK, like just running into these sites. Like they get that first pick and then just go for a very simple B split. And Liquid have to respect that. They've got to be careful because Complexity do have some players who can like connect some sick shots with a rifle. Obviously, when Def's like on form, he can be quite scary in that respect. Same with Android as well. Android generally, I would say, is probably the most scary player, rifler, at least on the complexity. So you have to respect the power of a simple B split. It's very difficult to deal with. And we might see complexity, you know, bum rushing, you know, through the tunnels. I do wonder if they'll take this exactly the same approach as they did against SK.
Triple UMP for Team Liquid. Elysian JDM getting somewhat forward in on the short area. If you have that M4, you have to call it made in China. It's too good not to. Too good not to do that. Oh, I thought maybe just the two-man spray down was there. JDM going for that cheeky reload. More people coming their way. I think there are two CTs there. Pimp holding things down for the time being. Maybe everybody will die on short. Maybe this is where the graves will be. The little crosses for those who've been lost. Deaf blind. The CTs are all congregating around the middle area, and Death could be taken by surprise. And surely the trade frag is coming in from low tunnel. Indeed it is. That bomb sailing through the air, and it seems that Surreal had a hand in Death's demise. Uber could get two. He could get two. He'll spot one. And he doesn't know where the second person is, as evidenced by that Molotov. What can the CTs do with this? Nitro catching up to join his teammate. Hiko will not allow the bomb to go down. Weapons flying all over the place as well. Violence!
Yeah, that sucks. The complexity. They don't even get a bomb plant. If they had a bomb plant, they'd probably force buy this round. But because they don't, they have to save instead. And that was kind of a narrow save from Liquid, to be honest.
Poor jump, sir.
Oh, actually, did they force buy it anyway? They did. Looks like they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I mean, imagine if they have an extra $800, you would probably see like 3 or 4 AKs and similar or more nades, I think. Anyway, are Liquid going to actually push? Looks like the B-split's coming in from complexity this round. Push comes in though, that gives the information. Rotation can happen very quickly. However, the push in upper dark basically didn't do all that much. Elish has to get the double kill in middle, and he barely just will. And that is an interesting situation now because the bomb hasn't gone down yet. Can Liquid still win the round though? Even with this 3 versus 2. Oh dear.
That's a bad miss. Bomb needs to be collected. No Molotovs for Bard-off Molly. Ape's going to push, he's going to push, he's going to push. Bit of pre-fire, Elish goes down. Ape gets his barrung through the box, then he gets finished off by JDM with the rifle, of course. Money broken for the complexity side. 4-1 for Liquid. Didn't look good throughout that round, consistently, but they made it in the end. Double UMP, MP7 coming out onto Hiko. Faster rate of fire than the UMP. Ooh, Nitro a bit late to get his gun out there. 1 HP, maybe he wants to back off. Ah, oh, nicely done, still alive. Ape, he can't finish him off. Deagle. On to Ape, and he's dead as well. 5-1 for Liquid. Lovely stuff, marvelous. Sparkling, sparkling. Some of the guys in the London FGC used to say sparkling games.
Good to finally see JDM picking up the AWP. I hope for complexity's sake they're not relegated to just a single round in this first half. Liquid have, obviously you can see that they have overall the individual edge. I think that's quite clear. So it's hard to get around. I mean, one way, the only way to get around it is superior strategy and superior tactics. And in the branch of tactics is, you know, knowing all the smokes, all the grenades in general, having good team playing coordination, and so on and so forth. But against Fallen on the car position, they didn't flash him off once when they played Dust 2. Well, they flash off JDM. Well, they've smoked the initial angle. I imagine they drop into that smoke below as well and charge down at JDM. He realizes, falls back to long, and he gives up the bomb site. So pretty normal stuff here from JDM. bomb goes down, and it's all about setting up the retake now, and that is going to be quite key. Are they going to just ignore catwalk? That would be interesting. Looks like they are.
Slow retake coming in. No one is watching the 6. The flashbang comes in. Uber with the spray down. There's JDM as well. This retake is, well, it's going a bit better now. All of a sudden, never mind, Elige on his own. He will be eliminated. I mean, we saw a really, I will never forget the really slow retake we once saw from NIP, which was quite beautiful to watch. Forget the opponent. That didn't happen for Liquid on that occasion. 5 versus 5 retake. Didn't go well for them. Complexity double their score. Pimp, Elige, JDM eventually making their way around towards long. Ape looking for those helmetless frags with the MAC-10. MAC-10 on Dust 2 might not be ideal towards long, but I mean, against a helmet, you're going to have pretty reasonable range. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a, I don't know if it's a pixel jump or something on the other side over blue. I don't know if it's pixel or if there's actual kind of ledge thing there, but it's a sneaky off angle. Pixel play is probably banned in leagues. Thrill and Uber left. Where's your bomb, bros? Dude, where's my bomb? It's a really nice angle the CTs can hold here, as Nitro is demonstrating. Looking over the double stack through the window. Very nice headshot angle, very difficult for their Ts to deal with, especially with all the angles they are exposed to when they're looking through said window. Reset again. Complexity cannot string consecutive rounds together.
Yeah, that is really, really annoying, isn't it? Especially because Liquid builds so much money, so it gets to a point eventually where they can never force Liquid to an eco, yet Liquid get all these rounds where they already have advantages on the money and they can play all these anti-eco rounds, but Elige gets very aggressive there and is punished. So JDM with the MP9 is going to be in for a time. He's not really in the best position in the world. Does find himself a quick angle though. Second player as well, third one around him. Looks like he's going to be good to go. Wow, okay. All was well.
Seven to 2. 7-2-2, and Complexity will offer another buy. What have you got for us, Complexity? What you got for us? Ooh, where's the flashbang? Where's the flashbang? It's just sloppy. So, when you've got players moving into lower tunnel, normally someone up top mid will throw a flashbang towards short, after which time the people lower tunnel will peek, so they don't get wrecked for free by AWPers such as JDM. That's normally what you do. Liquid got somewhere to be. Maybe someone's got the runs, maybe it's Eco. He's starting forward first with the AK. 3 players moving through mid though. This might be great timing by the Ts. Nobody in the B bomb site. Eco trying to rotate. CT's looking over the smoke. So, opportunity knocks for Complexity. Can they hold on?
Yeah, just a bit of a waiting game now for everyone to position themselves for Liquid. Eco's already in dark, and he has Pimp coming with him as well, I think. Is Pimp going to go there? Actually, looks like they're going to abandon dark completely. So 4 players from the front door, or the window. Door probably be perpetually smoked. That said, actually, there's no smokes left for the Ts. So they're going to be in for a time now. They're going to hit their shots as Liquid come in. Here they're rattling the Tech 9 now as the CTs rush into the bomb site. Surreal there in the corner of the plateau, peeking out the perfect timing, looking really good now, and there is all the frags. Pretty well done by Complexity. Ooh, I think, yeah, they all died. Unlucky.
That's almost a last tick explosion. The money sucks almost equally for both teams. In fact, Liquid might have the better of it. They could have bought AWPs, but they're going to spread the money. They're going to spread the love down like hippies on LSD at Glastonbury. Ape with a deagle. 2 Liquid players on pistols. Let's not forget the scout onto death. We've heard the rattle of the scout already. 2 players holding angles in the lower tunnel area for the T side. Again, Elige and JDM aggressive towards short. Elige looking away in case of any flashbangs. Pimp on A as well. Surreal outside long, not doing anything. Hiko looking at angles over towards B. Does Def realize that Elige is there? Is he... Well, down goes JDM. He was vulnerable. Big flashbang. That's a lot of information for Elige. So many targets, can't kill a single one. Pimp now has to go nuclear, but Surreal with a running headshot will say no. Hiko and Nitro remain. Oh, they're lining up, they're lining up. Oh my god, Hiko going huge. Good damage done, but the round will go to complexity after all.
So they actually managed to scrounge together 4 in the end, and took a lot, but they broke Liquid's economy, and they should be good for 5 at the very least. I still think that Liquid's T side is much more of the problem for complexity, and if you consider they also won the pistol round, and they're only on 4 on the T side, that is something that doesn't bode well for them unless they are able to claim the pistol round in the second half as well. But they just have to defuse the pistols of Liquid in this round, and they'll be okay for number 5. They're managing to slowly but surely creep their way into the B-bomb side as well, and all should be well soon enough. Yeah, they know that at least 2 of the players are long, and that no one's near B, so this is basically over this round. Liquid's looking to get themselves a cheeky headshot. Extra damage perhaps would pay off at this point. Nice bit of team play between Hiko and Pimp there to get an extra frag. Hiko maybe rushing his shots a little bit there. Unable to get anything else. 5-2-7 complexity. Will they have to deal with a buy now? Yes, they will.
What is your buy, Liquid? JDM, AWP, no Kevlar. The rest with quite reasonable utility. Surreal with an AWP as well. So everyone taking their initial positions. 3 players in the tunnels for complexity. Bomb in suicide, of course. On Surreal. I like taking the AWP to suicide. 3 players in B for Liquid at the moment. Hiko making his way towards middle. Doesn't want to go too far away though. Nitro's coming in for support as well, so perhaps they have a read as to what complexity might be doing. Hiko making his way towards, well, actually they're leaving JDM on his own towards the B bomb site. Now he's in position.
So gambling a little bit, Liquid are gambling a bit. That complexity are definitely going towards A. And I think that was a CT smoke, and so they're just definitely putting a bit of a fake that it's going to be B. Really trying to sell and make sure that Liquid aren't with the perfect setup on A. Are Liquid buying it, or are they not? So we have players coming back into middle for complexity. The bomb is still on long though. Interesting, because they're running out of time. I don't know why the bomb's dropped at this point. They kind of need to be moving on to a bomb site. Have engagements here on the middle area, and it's looking pretty decent here for complexity. As they move on to the bomb site, they only have to deal with Nitro.
Will they check this position though? He won't give them a reason to. Showing his face immediately. So now JDM with no armor. And Hiko off to a good start. Sees a trajectory as well. Both players coming in from short. Meanwhile, Surreal is keeping an eye presumably on long, although he could watch the cross, be the initial peeker now. That might be the case. Ape having a look, and he's going to go straight into the pre-fire. Bomb planted for double stack. That should be good for Surreal. Oh man, the bait. He got baited. Hook, line, and sinker. I don't know what a sinker is. I guess it's just a weight when you cast out. I know what a sinker is now.
That was a nice retake from Hiko and JDM. I was wondering I'm always curious, like, because when you play Counter-Strike, there's loads of spots where you're like, this feels awkward. Like this feels like a very disadvantageous spot. And one of those classic spots for me is definitely when you're coming from catwalk and they have the bomb site, because you know, do you jump on the crate? As soon as you do that, you're exposed to about 20,000 positions. So it's interesting to see how teams handle it. But enough of that. We've got the push into the B bomb site. He goes close there. Very good angle. He should be able to do mad damage here. Oh my god, that's very greedy. Switching out for the pistol. What on earth's going on there for Hiko? Still going to be able to get the kill. Still has 100 health. Still hasn't been touched. Please explain.
Flashes from teammates over the wall. Keep him safe by keeping the opponent blind. Easy for Liquid. Simple team play will do the job, and that will break complexity for the last round of the first half. Double ops at the very least coming in for the CT side. Right then, we see if complexity can get any more rounds on the board. Elysian Pimp going for a long play as per usual. Map control. Now we have the flashbang that was missing for presumably no reason. On a previous round, they will deploy the flashbangs when they have no weapons and limited utility instead. Elysian JDM over towards A. Waiting for Complexity, who appear to have an execute in mind with what little they have. 3 smoke grenades, and Molotov onto Ape. Nobody in CT. Ooh, nice shot from JDM. Spots the player lower as well. That's a super fast frag. He's got his teammate over towards Goose, but he may get picked off quickly. But he won't. Elige still holding things down by the barrels, rank distraction as well. And then Pimp will come and clear out the rest. 10-5 in favor of Liquid.
But it's the hardest job to do now, and that's to play the CT side. Liquid have a very dangerous T side, especially if they get good economy right at the start. They're a very good team for playing fast and dynamically with their economy advantage against the CT side in the early stages. Because in the early stages, it's much easier to predict exactly what the options are for your opponent. And so it'll be interesting to see how this actually pans out. Complexity are going with an opening that looks more or less like a buy round opening with their CT setup, a passive buy round opening. No aggression around the doors, no aggression around catwalk for fast information and rotations. Just playing it insanely passively, which means that they are reliant upon hitting shots because rotation will be so far away, no matter where the T's hit, that the defense has to deliver a lot of frags. That's the reality.
Sound cues being heard by Surreal. He's on the ramp. He was blind. Elige spots him. That's a lovely shot from Elige. Ever accurate. Numbers game working out so far for the T side. 3 frags. That's cleared a bomb site. 1 USP picks up onto Elige, one of the players, 3 players with Kevlar in this round. 1 player long, 1 player short. Hiko with the off angle. Got to be careful. Does not want to get pre-fired there. Android X takes 1 down. Desperate second frag before he will fall. He's got time to do this, but Liquid will not feed him the kills.
This is a good example as well, like why you don't really see those setups on the CT side. Because if you look at how passive their setup was, you're really susceptible to this. Like in gun versus gun rounds, you can't just run in gun like you can with pistols, but with pistols you gain ground so quickly that you can isolate these defenders very, very easily. So you need that forward information, or you need like earlier picking opportunities to make it so that when they're rushed, their numbers advantage comes in. It's not quite as much of a numbers advantage. So I think there's a lot to learn for Complexity in that sense. At least personally, I feel like that's not a great.
Oh, Elige, please! What is that?
So missed Xbox smoke. Oh, 10 damage out of that grenade, worth the $300.
If you want to smoke Xbox inside low tunnel, of course he's going to run immediately for the gun. Greed. Greed.
One of the 7 deadly sins.
So low tunnel, you stand at the end of the bricks towards Xbox, aim at the top corner of the arch that exits low tunnel, and you simply left click, and it smokes Xbox. Very easy to do. If Def is lucky, he'll catch JDM en route to the bomb site. They are lining up. He's surely going to hit one shot at least. Indeed, Pimp's going to take it in the face. Now Cyril coming in for the flank, and JDM not ready for it. Hiko will get the kill, leaving 8. But they're waiting for him. They're lying in wait. They're prone, like it's day of defeat. Another round in the bag for Liquid. Complexity not in a position to buy. So 13-5, looking pretty likely here. Complexity going to be up against it.
Yeah, just a save. So Liquid, I'm hoping they run a good anti-eco. Please, 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 please. Running straight to B. Yes, yes, that's good, that's good. That works for me with flashes. I think there was a flash before they went in. That's fine, that's good, that's dandy, but there's loads of T's here, and they are actually kind of spread out. We get a team dink there from Hiko, thank you very much. They will kill everybody, but yeah, I feel like they could have had at least 4 players there, instead of splitting up 2, and because the 2 players were also individually they were isolated as well. But it worked out fine for Liquid. They survived with 3 players. They go 13-5, and looks like they're going to go for a fast long take. Or is it just a timing pick? Just a timing pick. No choice there. Too many grenades from the CTs. Oh, they're going to commit in anyway.
Ooh.
It's a long.
Like this spot from Elige. Look at the burst. Look at the burst fire. But this might be a bit risky for Liquid. Or will it be Elige cleaning up the player in long? Although Hiko has to make his exit. He's carrying the bomb. And he's got 22 HP. So he needs to make his way up short. And Pimp needs to hold this down. Android X is coming in with a flashbang. No time for the Molotov to go down. Hiko makes it past. And Pimp can chill out a bit. Def over towards the smoke. And that is a gauntlet run. If Hiko gets too close to the edge and gets shot facing Def, then the bomb will fall into CT spawn, and that would be a veritable disaster. Elige got to be very careful as well. Another kill for Elige, 3 kills for him. Looking for the 4th, that's Android X. Still afraid of the player in the lower tunnel, but Pimp is indeed at middle doors. Sorry, middle doors, B doors. 14-5.
How did Pimp get there? He's like he's next to Xbox before. Yeah, it's really important that Pimp didn't get over aggressive in middle there earlier in that round, because Hiko needed the safe passage, as mentioned, to the bomb site. But yeah, that fast time from Elige is so awesome. That's something that's basically what I do in matchmaking on this map. It's just like, if my team has an AWP and they don't, I just run down Suicide into Catwalk, and then super fast timing. It's fun. Run and gun.
The also awesome what is that change to help people who burst and tap. Probably helped Elige in that situation. And that's good. That's a good change. It's a change for the good, for the forces of good. And that's good.
Well, there's problems here that's not good for Liquid. Losing 2 men early. They have to come together and just go into a bomb site. And A is definitely a good choice. If they're able to get the pick quickly onto Cyril, who's only got a deagle on an A site, then they're probably fairly good to get a plant. And then from that point forward, if they still have 2 or 3 players left, they have a pretty even chance to win the round. To your right, JDM, to your right. Okay, the problem is, the longer this takes, the closer the CTs will be. So Liquid don't have time to mess around. They do throw the NIP Molotov to force Cyril out of the position with that deagle. A bit more exposed, has to go further back, his angle's more limited, and they're in a 1 versus 3. The bomb did not go down though. It's on JDM. He has to get the bomb planted soon. You gotta go for it, JDM. And here it is. CTs are waiting for this. Now they start to move. Can JDM do it?
So far, so good. Will he find Android though? Android. Oh, so close. But not on this occasion. 14-6 Complexity get another round on the board. Doesn't look good for them though, because they have a long way to come back, and Liquid oh so desperately need this win to keep themselves within a chance of making it to Anaheim. In case you guys don't know, our finals are going to be in Anaheim in December. Anaheim.csgoleague.com is where you can find tickets. Students can go free. Check out the website for more information.
Anaheim, in the great country of America, James.
The great United States of America. Indeed. Maybe the CSGO League Final stand will make America great again. Maybe that's what will happen. Liquid on the buy once again. Complexity living life on the edge. But the edge of what? Could be the edge of a table, edge of a chair, edge of a swimming pool, or the edge of a knife. I would love to see JDM. Oh, never mind. He is not going to see anything. Not even his own death. He'll be blind even for that. Nice pop flash there from Def, but he'll be smoked up out. He can jump up very easily on those grey boxes. I think he's trying to do that. Trying and failing, if he is trying. So one early pick from Complexity. Slow round. The pace of the game has slowed.
Yeah. Ape is in a GG position here. Oh my god.
What is that?
Oh, that wasn't him.
Okay.
That wasn't him.
Because that looked random as hell.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Liquid kind of boxed themselves in and kind of committed to a play. Or kind of committed into B there, I think. After they kind of failed going in through middle, they didn't have any control towards Catwalk. I mean, they had time to go take control towards Catwalk, but then they went dark. Then it's like, well, at that point, might as well go for it. I think that's kind of what was in their minds. Now it's save city for them. And Uber is about to have a payday, or not. He's kind of caught in the open there. HE, well, that's could be a good one. Nah, that's okay. Well, he doesn't have to do too much here. He's basically done his job. He's just stopped the T's from pushing. And his teammates can also get the... I mean, they could have had the flank coming in, but there's actually no flank. To kind of box in the T's. The T's will not be boxing. The T's will freely be moving back towards B instead. And I suppose they're going to try to beat Android in a 3 versus 1. Very doable. If they do that, they'll get the bomb down and a gun for it. That would be quite interesting.
They need to act fast. Pimp, I think, is keeping people entertained towards short, but they need to act fast because Ape is looking to rotate. He's currently in CT spawn. Pimp is rotating now as well. Android over by the barrels, going to get taken down. Just the 1 kill for him. A plant is possible. Def made... Okay, sorry, no, it's Ape who's close. Team going to flash him through. Bomb planted for double stack. No more flashes on the CT side. Hiko looking to do damage, but no more damage will be done. Bombs planted though, that's a boost for the Liquid economy. They'll get 3,200 in total for this round, including the bonus for planting the bomb. And that will put them in a position to buy 5 to 6.5k for most of the side. And again, just 2 rounds required. But Complexity, 6 rounds away from catching up. Got themselves 3 rounds in a row, including 2 plants though. So Liquid are getting pretty far in the rounds, even when they're losing.
So are they going to go for a long take? It's been a while since they had success doing that, actually. I think it would be a nice way for them to start off a round, but Nitro's up quickly on Catwalk. I think one of the last rounds that they won was Elish just rushing up Catwalk whilst they were trying to pressure into long. Effectively giving Elish a one-on-one, which he had the advantage in because he had the element of surprise as well because of his pace. So they might just try to just do somewhat of a set piece. It only has 2 smokes though, and only 1 Molotov. But I presume that that's what's going to be coming here because they're all standing on Catwalk. What else could it possibly be? There's no one in upper dark. There's no one towards long.
It's the greatest B fake of all time, Dan. Faking to B, I mean. Or perhaps I'm lying. Surreal is in trouble, although that is a very good first pick. Doesn't see the players with a cat drop. More flashes coming his way. Sorry, there's no cat drop, in fact. I thought somebody jumped there, but they didn't. Nades, flashbangs, everything flying all over the place. JDM through the corner of the wall. There goes Def as well. Uber may have a hard time with this. Keeping control of long, but the bomb's been planted for short. 4 versus 3, slowly creeping up the ramp, but there are Liquid players all over the shop. There goes Ape. Uber's now the last man standing, and he's going to get a taxi out of here. Yes, I did it.
Well, we had a day where we just made puns for like an entire match. It was an Inferno game as well, I think.
We went in.
I remember actually. I remember it. We made loads and loads of puns for Uber. I think we were just trying to trade puns backwards and forwards for like an entire Inferno game.
Yeah, we're just getting it out of the system. Out of the system. So, Complexity will be facing match point with... Oh, they've got good money. They've got good money. The money's good. But the score isn't. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, that was one of the best shots. The rest were like pretty standard stuff with it was, you know, inherent advantages. But JDM did really well there. And he's got a fast timing, a really fast. Oh my god, he's down mid in 10 seconds. Oh dear, this is bad news for the CTs. Are they going to see this? I think they saw this. Yeah, they did. But will they get the frags come anyway? Nice shot from JDM. Oh my god. Well, see you later. I guess he wants to win the map now.
Thank you for playing. Oh, are we going to get the cheeky peek, the brazen peek? I think, are they lining up for a double peek? I think they are. Either will present himself into the angle. Surreal will see. I think that might have been a triple peek. Flank coming in as well, of course. Double grenades, and that will be that. This game has come to an end. 16-8, Liquid, 2 for 2. 2 much-needed victories in the ECS League that will significantly improve their position. Is their fate still within their hands? Do not know.
I don't know. I have no idea. I think they'll probably be around 4th or 5th, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we will see later on. The next match is going to be Cloud9 versus NRG, and the map is going to be Mirage. That is coming up next. We will see you back here in just a few minutes.